the ground beneath Mount Etna began to tremble before dawn. Residents along the eastern coast of Sicily knew the mountain was restless again. At 4:37 local time, a deep, resonant boom echoed across the slopes. Within minutes, a towering column of ash and volcanic gas shot skyward, rising nearly 6 kilometers into the Italian sky. Lit by flashes of volcanic lightning, the plume expanded like a dark anvil over the Ionian coast, turning sunrise into a muted gray twilight. The awakening of Europe's most active volcano, Etna, often described as Europe's most active volcano, had shown signs of escalating unrest for days. Seismic instruments recorded volcanic tremor intensifying beneath the summit craters. Gas emissions, particularly sulfur dioxide, spiked sharply, signaling that magma was rising through the conduits. Then came the eruption. From the southeast crater, incandescent lava fountains burst upward, feeding the growing ash column. Fine volcanic particles, microscopic shards of rock and glass, were carried high into the atmosphere by powerful convective currents. Prevailing winds pushed the plume westward, dusting towns with a thin layer of gray powder. In Catania, cars, rooftops, and narrow Baroque streets were blanketed in ash within hours. Authorities issued aviation warnings as visibility dropped, and airspace restrictions were put in place around Catania Fontanarossa Airport. Flights were delayed or diverted as engines risked ingesting abrasive volcanic particles. Fire beneath the ice-cold sky. Though dramatic, this type of eruption is typical of Etna's paroxysmal episodes, short-lived but intense explosions driven by gas-rich magma. As pressure builds underground, dissolved gases expand violently, fragmenting molten rock into ash and propelling it skyward. Satellite imagery later confirmed the plume's height at approximately 6 kilometers, high enough to enter the upper troposphere. At that altitude, ash can travel hundreds of kilometers depending on wind patterns, posing risks not only locally but regionally. On the mountain's flanks, lava flows advanced slowly but steadily, glowing red against the blackened slopes. Fortunately, initial reports indicated that the flows remained confined to uninhabited areas, a common occurrence due to Etna's topography and established monitoring systems. A landscape shaped by repetition. Etna's eruptions are not anomalies, they are part of a continuous geological dialogue between the African and Eurasian tectonic plates. Subduction processes beneath the Mediterranean generate the magma that feeds the volcano. Over thousands of years, repeated eruptions have built Etna into a stratovolcano towering over eastern Sicily. For locals, ashfall is disruptive but familiar. Farmers know that volcanic soil, though temporarily destructive, ultimately enriches the land. Vineyards on Etna's slopes produce some of Italy's most distinctive wines, nourished by minerals forged in fire.